You better start today. Hoda and Jenna. Hoda and Jenna. It's the only way. Hoda and Jenna. Hoda and Jenna. They make you feel like everything's okay and put a smile up on your face. Let's celebrate. Hoda and Jenna.
Hey guys, welcome. It's Thursday, December the 19th. We are happy that you're here.
We're here, y'all. It's almost here.
We're driving this train
almost here
to
Let's
Christmas.
Go. Well, and you not only have Christmas coming up, but you're also on this farewell tour. Hoda's stopping by all her besties' shows. So last night you were at Seth's.
We're at Seth's last night. Yeah.
How was that?
It was really sweet. He's really nice. And by the way, it was fun to sit there with him, and it was just fun. It was just fun.
Well, one of the questions, first of all, look at those shots. It's like you look like you're like hosting Saturday Night Live. They're glamour shots. But one of the things that he asked you was what you're going to miss most about this place. Yeah. Now, I thought surely it would be, you know, come on, one person. But no, it's actually a place. Take a look.
Will you miss eating at the NBC commissary?
I'll tell you something about the NBC commissary. I love the NBC commissary. Yeah. In fact, when my kids come to hang out or come to see me at work, the only thing they ask for is to go up to the 9th floor of the commissary because it's got a good spread.
It's a good spread. Now, be honest, would you have missed the commissary 15 years ago?
No, I would not.
Yeah, that was.
No, and Anna, who checks me out, I'm going to miss her, and Jackie.
Anna and Jackie.
By the way, it's a great place. And just so you know, there were several Jenna Bush Hager mentions. There was a Talia mention for those who might have missed it. And anyway, but I think there was something about also sitting in that studio. Yeah. Because he's letting us use his studio for
You're going away day.
That show. So I was looking around.
What was it like to be?
It was, by the way, it was really, really cool and special. And I was just imagining us sitting there. That's what I was doing half the time I was there.
But you were also thinking about the salad bar. I know you were.
I loved it so much up there.
You were thinking about that salad bar.
All right.
Okay, there's
this is big.
Yeah, I mean, there's this friendship, this unlikely Hollywood friendship that we didn't even know we needed. And here it is.
Jane Fonda and Ludacris.
Jane Fonda.
This is real, by the way. This is not like, what can we do together so that we can... They found each other, and this is a real partnership. They are creating a supernatural fitness app, and this isn't just like, hey, why don't we get together like Martha did with Snoop. This is Ludacris. His mother worked out to Jane Fonda's videos when he was younger. He watched his mother work out.
I mean, didn't everybody work out to Jane Fonda?
Oh my God,
don't you kind of remember that?
Oh my God, look at that.
That's basically what I do for exercise.
And reach, and reach. And look at the leg warmers and the whole thing.
I don't wear that, but that's basically my exercise.
And down.
Yeah,
okay.
On the trampoline. So anyway, they paired up together because they're pairing Ludacris's
Think about his music. Do we have any of it?
I hope so.
I'm sure we do. Let's see.
When I move, you move. Just like that. Just like that. Roll out.
Okay, this was meant to be.
I mean, he has so many. If I went and looked at Henry Hager's workout,
it's all Ludacris.
I bet there's at least 5 Ludacris.
But isn't that interesting? Jane Fonda and Ludacris together. There's something about these.
That's a great combination.
It's gonna work.
His music, her moves.
It's all happening.
Gold.
It's all gold.
Did you ever do workout videos?
You know what? I don't love working out like by myself in my house with a video. I don't, because you know why? I just don't do it.
Yeah.
I need motivation of others around me. I need to see someone who's like, you know, look, if she can do it, I can do it.
Yes.
Like, I need that. I'm not great.
You like to run outside, too.
I like to run outside or else be in a class.
Yes.
But I don't like being alone. How about you?
Well, during the pandemic, I did a lot of that.
Yeah.
Because we all had to.
You had to.
There was no choice. And when I was younger, I would go to a kickboxing class.
Yeah.
And for some reason, Barbara and I in high school went to kickboxing.
You did?
On Mondays, yeah. We would drive, and like we weren't, I mean, I ran track.
Yeah.
We weren't that athletic, but we always loved to exercise.
Yeah, you wanted to do something.
You know, so we would like go to our kickboxing class, and we would like kick. And I think we ended up in the yearbook, even though it wasn't, you know, kick, uppercut. Anyway. Okay.
All right, so we have news on another couple.
Yes.
Tom Holland and Zendaya They've been dating for a while.
2021?
Wait, what are we in, 2024? We're about to be in 2025?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, they tend to keep the details of their relationship kind of close to their chest, but this week, Tom opened up on the Dish podcast and he shared their holiday plans.
Oh, I want to hear.
I am going to be in America this year. I'll be with my girlfriend's family, which will be fun. I think what we'd like to start doing is, rather than like spending it with each family each year, is bring the families together.
Yes, I'm trying to pitch this at mine as well.
That's what I think we want to do next time.
Yes.
This time, because we're both actors, we're terrible at organising things, so it hasn't happened yet.
But the thought's there.
The thought's there.
Yeah.
The idea has been planted.
First of all, that podcast is very interesting.
Well, they're cooking.
Who's cooking in the background?
They're cooking in the background.
It's like, is it like we're casual at my house and that's what's going on?
It's called The Dish, so it must have to do with
someone's
food.
cooking something behind.
But like, can you imagine? I mean, I have a reading podcast. You have sort of a meditative healing podcast.
Yeah.
If somebody in the background was meditating,
doing home.
if we're in a library and they're like, "Yeah, this book is good."
But I do think the fact that he's saying, instead of doing 2 Christmases,
Yes.
why don't we all do one, his parents and her parents? That means
That's some pressure.
that means that something's happening.
Yes.
You can't be bringing families together.
It's like Meet the Fockers. You don't meet the Fockers.
Okay, stop saying that.
Well, that's the title of the film.
Well, I know, but you're
And you
walking
don't bring,
right
you
on
remember
the
that
hairy
cat
edge.
that flushed the toilet?
Yes.
I
Jinx,
loved
Jinx,
Jinxie, the
Jinxie.
Wonder Cat. Did they sing that?
I think y'all made that up.
Yeah,
Jinxie is the cat.
would flush that toilet.
Remember? Did you love that movie
loved that
so
movie.
much?
You don't bring them together unless
It's happening.
when you know what we
he'll-
guessed that it was happening with
We
Benny.
thought. Blanco.
We hoped it was happening with
Ariana.
Benny. No, and
I mean,
Sienna.
Sienna.
Oh my God. Selena. Selena and Benny, we predicted, and we kind of feel like, we had a hand in that.
We did. We loved them both.
So now
we love
it's
them
time for Zendaya and
Tom. It's probably all happening,
All right.
and we'll rerun this clip. All right. So during the holidays, a lot of employees take some days off from work. So there's a viral video that's going to help explain the work calendar through the end of the year. This is important. Take a look.
Okay, so apparently some people don't understand the unwritten rules of these next few weeks because I just got an email marked as urgent to send within the next couple days. So a quick refresher for you. Today through the 24th is Christmas Eve. The 25th through the 28th is Christmas Day. Okay, are you following? 29th through the 31st is New Year's Eve. The 1st through the 3rd is New Year's Day. Okay? Listen, I didn't make the rules. I'm just being a voice for the people, all right?
I kind of like that.
He's sort of right.
Don't
sort
jam
of
the
right.
calendar with stuff now.
No, it's over.
It's
you know
over.
what? It's over.
If you haven't made the deal, made the call, done the thing.
You better do it in the next couple hours.
That's it, because then it's Friday.
I
which
mean,
is
and
New
Friday
Year's
is
Eve.
part of Christmas Eve. It just
Christmas
is.
Eve.
I mean, you
You're
could
right.
probably spend the morning doing a
Friday
little work.
morning, maybe.
Friday
but
at
after
noon,
that,
we're
it's
out.
over. Nobody's
Bye.
taking a call
No.
or responding to
So
an email.
don't call me.
No, do not call us.
I mean, you can call me just to, after you've had a glass of wine or something, just to FaceTime with your family. Sure, you can do that. Don't ask anything of me,
You're funny. You're super funny. Okay, you know what is a great thing to do today?
What is
if you're thinking, what could I do today? Listen to Jenna's podcast. Do it while you're wrapping your presents. You're wrapping gifts. The podcast is on. It's called Open Book.
Yes.
Who do you have?
We have a new episode with Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh, God, you know that's good.
Which I told you I kind of cried and all
Yeah.
the things. It was incredible. We had a wonderful conversation about her sobriety, what it was like for her to grow up with famous parents.
Yeah.
She said that when she was young, they would walk in the room before her.
Her parents did?
Like, metaphorically.
Yeah. Oh.
That they were there first. That everybody would say, Janet Lee's daughter, and that no longer is that. But anyway, we had a really great time, and I hope you will listen to it.
And it's not just one, because what if you wanted another one?
Well, I have a great bonus one.
Who?
A bonus episode. I sat down with my friends Emma Straub and Isaac Fitzgerald. We talked about our favorite books of 2024 and then what to read in 2025.
People love that.
I actually had so much fun doing this podcast because if you're like, okay, Christmas break is upon me, what shall I do for those 4 days that's Christmas Eve? You can read, and Isaac and Emma are such crazy readers. They had
And they pick
wonderful
the
ideas.
best books. Yeah. So people are always saying, what should I read? What should I read? Listen to the podcast
Yes.
and you'll find
I
out.
love it. I hope you like it.
All right. Got a great show for you today from the hit series Shrinking. Actress Jessica Williams is here.
But up next, Timothy Chalamet as Bob Dylan and Nicole Kidman as Baby Girl when we tell you what is poppin' in pop culture. Right after this. We are back now with pop culture expert and Bravo personality Darren Karp, who's going to fill us in on
what is poppin'. What you got, girl?
All right, here are the top 5 best things in pop culture right now.
Okay, we're ready. Tell us.
All right, number 5, Jamie Foxx. I'm sure you've heard of him. He has had quite a tumultuous year, and his new stand-up special, What Had Happened Was, on Netflix, is a triumphant return of a man who, as you remember, was previously hospitalized in April of 2024. There wasn't a lot of information, so rumors spread about this, and this is him taking the narrative back. He's actually doing this comedy special about 100 yards away from the hospital that saved his life, which is just really meaningful. So it turned out he suffered a brain bleed. He had a stroke. He lost the ability to walk. He actually lost 20 days of his life that he just cannot remember. So while this is a comedy special, this is really a performance from a man who is struggling from such a medical catastrophe, and he really talks about it coming from such a dark time, which is where the best comedy comes from. His Denzel Washington impression alone is worth watching it for. It's really, really great.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see that. And he'll be here in a couple weeks.
Yeah,
so
he's amazing.
We'll watch that. Okay, what's popping for number 4?
All right, number 4, this biopic, whatever, has been buzzing in my head.
We call it a biopic.
Okay, a biopic. Okay, good. I'm correct. It's been buzzing in my head for over a year now. Huge Bob Dylan fan. This is a complete unknown.
Can't wait.
Just get ready for his vocals. It is set to release in theaters on Christmas. And obviously, Bob Dylan's ever the mystery man, defined Greenwich Village in the 60s. He's the greatest lyricist and poet of our time. And Timothy Chalamet actually does Bob Dylan justice here. The original soundtrack is actually 16 tracks. 2 are out now. He's singing as Bob Dylan.
I can't believe he's doing that.
Take a listen to like a Rolling Stone and see if you can kind of tell the difference. Like really good.
He's on point.
I mean, he's on point. The soundtrack drops on Christmas, but you can get the CDs and vinyl in January. Those are collectibles.
All right.
Yeah, they are.
Take
that
us
sounds great.
to number 3.
Okay, number 3. If any part of you lived through the 90s, has nostalgia for the 90s, you know Lisa Frank, okay? The exploding dolphins and kittens and big-eyed animals.
That's Trapper Keepers.
It defined my school. Like, my first diary was Lisa Frank, so I'm feeling...
Too.
Of course, because you're this cool kid. Well, this is a 4-part documentary on Amazon Prime called Glitter and Greed, the Lisa Frank story. And, you know, this is about the meteoric rise of this, what started as a sticker brand of just amazing animals targeting to women, but it disappeared overnight. You haven't heard of Lisa Frank in quite some time. You don't get to see.
I don't even remember when it disappeared.
What happened?
It just disappeared overnight. So this doc chronicles what was an amazing, seemed like a very, very fun and happy company, but there were terrible work conditions going on, horrible work hours. It actually interviews 20 of her former employees, including her former CEO and president, James Green, who's also her ex-husband.
What?
And he talks about it, but just note that she's not interviewed in the doc.
Okay, so she didn't sign up.
Gives you,
Okay, what about number 2?
All right, number 2. I can only describe this as an erotic thriller, starring Nicole Kidman for you guys. Baby Girl is coming out. It is the hot new movie. It's coming out on Christmas. What I love about this film is it does really interplay the power dynamics, except it's a female CEO and a male, much younger intern played by Harris Dickinson. There have been a bunch of these films tackling this theme lately. Nicole Kidman was actually in A Family Affair earlier this year, so she knows this. It takes on themes of indecent proposal and basic instinct. So expect a little eroticism.
Are you saying I should take my parents on Christmas Day?
I'm saying you should not take your children, but depending on how close you are with your parents, why not?
Let's get all of our families together and go see it.
Take a look at the trailer and you let me know, Jenna.
Your behavior is unacceptable.
Is it? If we're gonna do this, we need to set some rules that you and I both agree on.
Did you order this?
Starting with, I tell you what to do and you do it.
So don't take the kids, right? I'm just making sure we're taking the parents, even that.
I'm looking around at my colleagues and we're all blushing.
Let's go as a
They
work
kind
trip.
of want it.
We're gonna
It's
go
a
on a
work trip. All right,
Work trip.
we got to get to number one. We just have a few seconds.
Number one, this is a treat that's blowing up on TikTok that I actually think you guys might enjoy. Introducing gummy polar bears. Okay, what you do is you take gummy bears, you soak them in Sprite overnight.
Oh, God, gross.
And then, wait a minute, and then you freeze them, and it gives you this like textural anomaly. They actually grow in size. They're huge. They're massive. Bite into it's like biting into snow or like a York peppermint patty. It's a gummy bear popsicle. Oh, yes, I got approval on this. Okay, yes, I'm so excited.
But also,
this is so
weird.
Isn't it
The
crazy?
gummy bears grow. The gummy bears
They grow in size. They increase.
They are like popsicles.
They are, and you bite them, and it's like a
But they're
peppermint
slimy.
patty. Go see Baby Girl and cool off with this.
With your parents and your children.
No.
Oh, no. Okay. Coming
Love
up
it.
next from the hit series Shrinking, Emmy-nominated actress Jessica Williams is here. We're going to hang with her right after
What?
this.
He's good.
I told you.
know.
All right, you might know Jessica Williams from her time on The Daily Show.
Look at that.
Where at 22 years old, she happens to have been the youngest correspondent ever, or you may know her from her hugely successful podcast, Two Dope Queens.
Okay, these days you find Jessica starring alongside Jason Segel and Harrison Ford in Shrinking. Take a look.
You and I both know you do not want your mother to live with you.
Dude. Guys, I'm trying to get him down for a nap. Could you just shush? Oh, I just shushed someone. That's a milestone.
You are never going to be happy until you change this pattern.
You want to talk about changing patterns? Huh? Mr. Fortress of Solitude, Mr. You can crash at my place, Mr. I love you so much and I want to be around you all the time, but not if it means that you have to keep all your stuff in my house.
That last one was unnecessarily long.
Yeah, I know. I felt it when I did it.
Oh my gosh.
Look at you.
Hi, ladies.
Hi.
Look at you. I mean, Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Your job is to sort of antagonize him, which sounds fun.
Yeah, I feel really lucky actually. The character that I play, Gabby, she's like, it's her job to be really annoying to him. Yeah. And so to kind of have that cone of protection, to just kind of get paid to just bother that man is actually really fun.
But you know that man is Harrison Ford. Does
know.
that register every now and then while you're doing it? Like, okay.
Like you see Indiana Jones in the back of your mind or something.
Every now and then he'll do like a laugh where he's like, ha ha ha, and I'm like, holy smokes. One, that dude's hot. Two, that guy's Harrison Ford. He's like really good looking, actually. And he's like still really fine. So that'll be the main thing. Oh, look, that's cute.
Picture.
It is really cute.
So, okay, in your role, you're thinking about letting your mom move in with you.
Yes.
Is that something you could do in real life?
I could not. I don't think I could. Mom, I love you, but I grew up in LA or outside of LA, and my parents were like 25 miles from me, and it's just a nice, cute little buffer. You know, lately she's been doing this thing where she likes to drop in, and it's like it's been really tough. And I know she's watching this, and just know it's not cute. Not a cute look.
Well, something else she likes to do is talk to you through your dog.
Oh, yeah, my dog, Poe. She really likes to kind of give me a cute little critique. She's like, oh, Poe, that's funny because Mommy didn't really straighten up today, did she? And you're just like, wow, like that's a real critique to me.
See, my children do that through their cats. They're like, hi, Grammy. They pretend they're the cat.
Yeah.
Grammy's grumpy today.
And
you
they're
know?
talking about
like,
Jenna.
They're talking about me.
And you're Grammy.
I'm Grammy.
You're Grammy.
I'm a grandmother.
So that's just disrespect on disrespect.
Yeah, disrespect on.
It's a double. It's an inception of disrespect.
Now, do you when she have you ever thought about taking back Poe and starting to be like, hey, Grandma? You know?
No, he loves her so bad, and I know.
You do too.
I know she's loving me and her own little cookie. But like your kids when they're doing the Grammy thing, that's actually pretty insane. You know, they're loving you. You know, I think you critique things you love sometimes more, right?
Yeah,
If
totally.
you didn't care, you would just walk away. Yeah,
Let's talk about you being 22 years old on The Daily Show. I mean, that has never happened to anyone except you.
No.
So why do you think, how did it happen and why do you think it did?
I don't know. There's kind of two different stories. Like there was one, they say that they saw a tape of me and that they asked me to come in when I was at Upright Citizens Brigade. And then for mine, like I was auditioning for something else with this casting director and she was like, they're casting The Daily Show. Why don't you come back and put something on tape?
Okay.
And I was going to Cal State Long Beach at the time and I was like, dude, all right, yeah, I would love that. So I don't don't know. But the next thing I know, like a week later, I was at Panda Express with one of my best friends, and our cafeteria had Panda Express, and in between classes, and they were like, "Oh, they want you to fly out to audition with John in the studio." So I flew from like Long Beach to here, got a suit from TJ Maxx, you know, and I was a Maxxinista. I'm still a Maxxinista. I love a good candle. Like I love a good DW home moment. Like anyway, so then I flew in, and I just remember John felt so comforting, and there was really something really disarming about him. There was nothing that I had to like prove to him.
Yeah, that's good.
And you know, he just sort of shook my hand and was like, "I already think you're really funny, and all you have to do is just kind of have fun with me."
What was your dream at that moment? Like what? Like going in, did you want to act? Did you want to be a comedian? Like
I wanted it all. Like there was no sort of second plan that I had. I just knew I was kind of grinding, and I was doing kind of comedy shows every other night as much as I could, and eating out of my car, like having hot Cheetos and Del Taco. So I just wanted a job, and I didn't know I would end up in New York for 10 years. I was on that show for about 5 years. Yeah. And I did. It's funny what happens with life. And like, you know, you just kind of never know.
And John's back now.
He's back.
And you went back.
Yeah. So I got to go back when he was back, and you know, he's going to stay for another year. And so I plan on doing.
What was it like to walk back on that stage?
It felt like I was going to school again. Like that show, I left college to do that show. And so that show was grad school in a lot of ways. Like I learned so much about myself. And New York, you know, it teaches you so much about adulting in a different way than you can learn that anywhere, right? Yeah. But New York is so special in that way that, like, you know, somebody's gonna be like, move, and you're just gonna have to still go to work that day, you know? Like somebody's gonna scare you, you know?
Totally.
And you're gonna get a lot of jump scares, and you're gonna learn to self-soothe and process that. And so being able to be on this show that people loved so much, and be able to work with someone who was such a kind, loving, he was such a gentle boss for me, and you could tell he's a girl dad. Like sometimes people need tough love, and I don't need that because I'm like a crybaby. So he was always like a really sweet, gentle boss. He gave me no comedy notes, but to go back, I could see how proud he was because he had watched all of Shrinking, and The Daily Show was just such a big part of who Gabby is and who I am.
And by the way,
today.
Shrinking is such a hit.
Yeah.
You have killed it. Everybody's obsessed with it.
Thank you.
It's what we need.
Congratulations.
But we love you. Come back.
Thank you. And thank you, Hoda. I'm sad I'm going to miss the Hoda-bration.
I know. Right? She's going to be gone, but there's a seat open. You've done some hosting, correspondent.
Maybe.
If you want to come visit.
Maybe I'll come
I'm just saying. Let's hang.
The double J's.
Double J's.
There you go. I don't know, maybe.
J&J.
But congratulations.
Something's happening.
Thank you,
sweetheart.
Thank you for
Love you,
having
Jessica.
me.
Season 2 of Shrinking is streaming now on Apple TV+.
Coming up next, before you snap any of those photos at holiday parties, we've got some makeup tips that are going to help you get camera ready. Right after this.
You're so good.
Great.
Okay, the holidays are filled with picture taking, so you know what? You need to be camera ready.
Yeah, here to help you create a flawless place. There's only one person. It's a celebrity makeup artist, Ashley Glazer. Ashley, okay, tis the season. We have our family photos.
Oh, you do?
Getting ready.
It's time. So we want eyes to pop.
Yes, so we want our eyes to look so big. Everyone's always like, my eyes look so small in all the pictures.
Okay.
So we're gonna use a beige eyeliner. So you've probably seen the beige or the white, usually like on the waterline. Okay, that's where most people go to do it. But here's a couple of other uses for you. So you want to take it underneath the arch of the brow. Make sure like you remove any brow hairs to make sure it doesn't kind of snag. Use the heat of your finger to warm it up. Pop it on the inner tear duct. Use that. And then whatever pigment, eyeshadow, shimmer, or literally nothing that you put on will make it pop because you'll have that extra grip from the pencil to really kind of hold onto it. And you can also do this with a lighter shade of concealer.
Cool.
Wow, you have such beautiful eyes.
Way to go, Abby. I like it.
That was great.
All right, shall we move on to Star?
Flawless. Star is a star. Flawless skin.
Okay. So this is something that us makeup artists really like to do. Everyone's always like, I feel like I look flat. I don't have dimension. When you take,
like to contour, right?
To contour, but it's more like you think of your face like a bullseye, like a target circle. So makeup artists, we like to do 3 different shades of foundation, and no matter what shape face you have, you can do this. So you're gonna work around in circles. You're gonna take a darker shade around the perimeter of your face, blending that down. Then you'll go ahead and you'll do like a medium shade right in the center. And then you'll go ahead in with your lightest shade. Just lift up your glasses for a second. second. That's your bullseye right under. Just lift up your glasses one sec. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, yeah, sure. Okay. Just right in the center under the eyes is where your lightest shade is going to go. So that way you really see the depth and the dimension. And we've done this side already, so you can really kind of grab it. Then you'll do all your other makeup on top. Blush, contour, highlighter.
Use the same brush. Is that on purpose?
I use the same brush for darker and medium and a different for lighter, so it kind of all melts together and you don't have to waste too much time.
Okay. That was, by the way,
cool.
I know, it's like butter. What you just did in 5 seconds.
Beautiful
girl. All right, let's see Yuri. Yeah, want to go? You can go down on that side.
Okay, so Yuri, I'm ready. So it's so hard for me. So Yuri is our Christmas cutie. So Christmas morning, like you want to feel cute, right? You're taking some pictures. The house is crazy. You might not have a chance to even get dressed again. So we're gonna do a lightweight foundation. This is from Laura Geller. It's
that's a foundation
powder? It's a foundation.
Wait, what?
It's swirled colors all together, so it gives you even coverage, and you can do it 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
So you'll feel cute. You'll feel natural. You want to kind of brush your brows up just a little bit, and this will kind of keep you a nice glue hold.
Like a gel?
This is the Maybelline just clear brow gel.
Why do you say always brush your eyebrows? Just to give
it just makes you look more awake.
Yeah,
gives shape, and
the
you
eyebrows
look put together.
Yeah, the eyebrows frame the face.
Yeah, they frame the face.
They sure do.
And then to add a little bit of color back in, we'll go in with something like a cheek highlight. This is from Jones Road.
We love that
Love
brand.
it. It's so amazing, and then it's super versatile. So you do lip, cheek.
Those are our colors.
We've got some for you. We've got some extra for you.
Sweet.
And then you have a little highlight, and then this is amazing to kind of keep with you throughout the day.
By the way, you're right, because Christmas
fresh.
morning, you don't want makeup, but you also don't want to look like you just dragged it out of bed.
Yes.
Right.
You
So
want
that's
an
like
in-between, tinted moisturizer, this type of vibe.
Exactly. And then the powder's good because if you're staying at like a new boyfriend's house, you don't have to then use a towel to wash your hands, so they know that.
You are so good.
Yeah, you want to fake it. Fake it till you make
Actually,
it.
we want you to face the camera because you did such an awesome
Thank you
job.
guys so much.
We have to say that setup happened in 20 seconds, and you did it like it was nothing.
Amazing.
All right.
Ashley, you
Thanks,
impressed.
Ash.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys. Coming up next, from holiday makeup to holiday dessert.
Our culinary team shows you how to make their favorite Christmas treats coming up after this.
Thank you guys.
That was incredible. All right, if you're invited to someone's house for Christmas, why don't you offer to bring the dessert? Because we're about to show you how to make 2 delicious treats.
Today, culinary producer Katie Stilo and Today food stylist Anthony Catrino are sharing their favorite holiday recipes, and you can follow along. All you have to do is scan the QR code. Anthony, come on
nice
now.
Fish.
We're going to start with you.
Let's be honest.
All right.
I mean, I say emphasis
Now,
on the
you're
ish.
making, what Katie said is you're making the masterpiece, and you are. Look at this Christmas tree cake.
Okay.
Where does this come from?
Super easy. We're going to start with making a cannoli cream filling.
Cannoli
cream.
Okay.
I have some ricotta cheese. I strained it overnight to pull the excess liquid out.
Okay.
I'm going to pulse it to kind of smooth it out. And if you ladies want to throw these things in, we have powdered sugar.
Do you have to strain it, by the way?
Yes, because then it's going to be too liquidy and it'll fall apart. Powdered sugar, some amaretto. Vanilla.
Yummy.
A little bit of nutmeg, a little bit of cinnamon.
A little bit of nutmeg and cinnamon.
And then we just combine.
Pulse.
Then whipped cream gets stirred into it after it's out.
Kind of fold it in?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then this is the cheat. This is what makes life easy. This is called the pandoro. It's similar to like a panettone. It's very popular in Verona in Italy. It's their holiday cake. Most supermarkets carry it now. Any Italian specialty store.
So you just buy the cake.
You buy it. It's made in an 8-point.
Amazing.
8-point mold, which is going to help give us that Christmas tree effect. And just 4 even slices to make 5 sections.
Now, would you buy this, or you would make your own cake?
Oh my gosh, no.
You'd buy it.
You're buying this.
Okay. Good, that makes me feel better.
So then you start building. So I have the bottom. This is an amaretto soak, just simple syrup with some more amaretto.
Honestly, put that in your coffee in the morning.
Yep.
Is it, you were telling us about this.
Yeah, if you're a little Christmas Day treat.
If you're making it for kids, you can obviously omit the amaretto, but my niece is fine, so. Then I do a layer of the cannoli cream.
I mean, that is beautiful, Anthony.
Okay.
And then you put
and then
one
you
on
just
top.
keep building.
You just keep going.
And what you want to do is just shingle it so you put it sideways. And then
so it's
keep
not
going.
I see.
So that, and then at the end.
Then at the end, I go in with a star tip, and I just kind of
get those.
Make it pretty, and then hit it with some sprinkles to make it look like.
Cute. Look at the finished product down there.
It is beautiful,
Anthony. And how do you cut it? You just cut it like a regular cake?
Yeah, I kind of like
take it
disassemble
apart.
it.
Take it apart.
Yeah.
But you have the centerpiece for the time being.
By the way, that's beautiful.
Katie,
Thank
we're
you.
making your grandmother's special recipe.
Yeah, now that Anthony's upstage me, it's time for the simple recipe. This recipe's been in my family for over 100 years. I'm not just saying that. It comes from my mom's grandmother, so it's very special to us. And I had to test it 6 times because it didn't work. So shout out to my mom, because typical in our fashion. But it's so straightforward. So in here, some flour, warm spices. We have some cloves, some cinnamon, some nutmeg.
Yummy.
And
So you just add those
salt.
in.
Yep, a little leavener. Stir that up. When I said that this is not light on your hips, it's a butter cookie. So like if you have a few, just pretend that there's not 4 sticks of butter in it. Okay, it's the holidays.
Oh, that's the butter?
Yeah.
4 sticks? Look at that. Wait,
sticks.
look at it.
Exactly.
Look at it.
It's the holidays.
Is that only butter?
Butter and sugar. I was raised
and sugar.
Sugar.
Yeah.
All
the
right,
good
go
stuff.
girl. Now you dump
You're gonna
in the
add eggs. My mom actually does this by hand in a bowl. I don't know how, because like
it's hard.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And then you're adding in
Pop
that.
it into here, and this dough, just mix it together. It's honestly better if it sits overnight because the flour has time to hydrate. But you can work with it same day. If it gets warm while you're working with it, just pop it back in the fridge.
So is
'cause
this
it's
like kind of a
mess.
shortbread type?
Not. Yeah, I guess you could say that, but not technically.
No.
It's just like
shortbread.
my mom always called it just like spice cookies, so we can make them by like the hundreds.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you just cut them out.
Cut them out, and then wipe.
You
Right
get
over here.
these cute cookie cutters.
Yeah, Christmas, you could do whatever shape you want, honestly.
Okay, and then you put egg wash on?
Yeah, because they get a little shine while they're baking. And then the best part, we would always just like get together as a family and literally just have like dough on the counters and just take sprinkles and like decorate.
how
Yeah,
cute.
it's very
I wanna
fun.
try these.
Yeah,
I know, we'll come-
they're hanging over here.
Okay.
So it's special to us. But, you know, if you're
Thank
really
you.
feeling like getting fancy in the kitchen, Anthony's is really the star here.
No,
Quite literally.
Beautiful.
Right?
I just
Cookies are so addictive.
Wait,
and then
the cookies are light and airy and crunchy.
And Anthony, I ate your cake. My
Hang
goodness.
on, I want to try Anthony's
You guys pick
cake.
it up and eat it.
Yeah, I know I know we have a lot of time left with you, Hodes, but I just say it's very special that you guys had us on for cook with you for like one of the last few times. Truly, like you guys have been champions for us. We really appreciate it.
Let me tell you
love
something.
you.
You're so sweet.
We know when we have stars in the house, and we're looking at them. So
Yes.
you guys, we love you so much.
We love y'all.
One day they're gonna have their own show, and they're gonna be like, "We don't have Today's Show. What? I don't remember." Get these recipes. Go to today.com/food.
Coming up next, last minute getaways and hotel deals. You can still book right now for the holidays after this. Y'all, amazing. Y'all, the holidays can be busy and stressful, so if you're already feeling like you need a vacation, we get it.
We get it. The good news is there is time right now to book a last-minute getaway. And here to tell us all about it, some great winter destinations, is our travel expert and our friend, Mark Elwood. I can't believe there are still deals and hotels
You're
and flights.
saying we can still book trips right now for the holidays.
I'm telling you about things that you can book. So this isn't pie in the sky. I'm going to inspire you, and I hope people jump on a plane.
All right, let's start with Salt Lake. People want to go there.
So I'm going to send you to Salt Lake for the Nutcracker.
What?
Yes. So if you walk around Salt Lake, if you walk around downtown Salt Lake at the moment, there are a lot of, obviously there's great skiing, but the reason I'm sending you there now is there are Nutcracker statues all around town. You know, they had cows in Chicago, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And they're to do with the anniversary of the Nutcracker, which celebrates 80 years, the full-length one in America.
Wow.
And so they're performing that in Salt Lake right now, so it's really
Love
a family
it.
fiesta.
And be fun. Okay, so where do we stay?
You stay at the Hyatt Regency. Brilliant, brand new hotel, right downtown. I was just in Salt Lake. It's walkable to everything.
Beautiful.
Plenty of rooms. Look at that.
Look at that. And so you can still get rooms.
Yeah.
It looks like it's affordable, too.
Let's get warm, St. Kitts. Let's
Yes.
go, let's go.
Please.
Put on your bikini. Now, this is for the 3 Ps. This is pageantry, partying, and parades.
Oh.
I'm going to send you to St. Kitts for Sugar Mass.
Sugar.
Now, what this is Carnival plus.
Oh, so it's like
So in
Mardi
other
Gras.
words, you've got a great parade on New Year's Day when you can really celebrate.
How
But
fun is that?
Look at this. So the Moco Jumbies, they're 6 foot, 8 foot tall on stilts, wonderful performers. You've got the Jouvert Parade, which is really a chance to get up at 4, sneak in a couple of breakfast rum punches, hang out. You've got a week of celebrating in St. Kitts.
I love
Where
that.
should we stay?
I'm going to put you in the Koi Resort, which is on the east coast of St. Kitts, a little more rugged, a little less developed, and it's really close to Nevis, the sister island, so you can scoot down there too.
I went to Nevis, and I had the best
She
time.
loves
It's a
it.
beautiful
Me too.
place. Okay, Rhode Island. Let's
Yeah,
go up. Let's come back to America.
I'm going to take you to Warwick, Rhode Island, but I'm going to take you back in time. I want you to imagine when Rhode Island was full of textile magnates with wealth and magnificent lifestyles. They built an incredible set of houses there, and I'm going to look at Cloud Hill in Warwick, which is decorated like Victoriana every Christmas. So you get to step back in time. We'll see all these lovely parades, but you're also going to see mansions in Newport, decorated incredibly, and you don't have to take those decorations down.
And where do we stay there?
I'm going to put you in the Loom Hotel because, of course, Fruit of the Loom starts in Warwick.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Textile City. This was the old Fruit of the Loom factory.
How
Big
cool.
room.
Let's get warm again. Jamaica,
but we're thinking for February now, right?
I'm letting you plan ahead a little bit here. And the reason we're saying Jamaica in February is it's reggae month. Are you reggae people?
Yes.
Yes, we love reggae.
I mean, who isn't a reggae person? And this February, we're seeing the opening of a brand new studio museum for one of the reggae pioneers, and it is Bob Marley's 80th birthday.
Oh, wow.
February 6th, he would be 80, so there's a week-long celebration there. And I'm going to send you to beaches because I'm going to say, look, if you're in the tropics in February, you want a relaxing, all-inclusive.
I'd like to be there.
You don't have to think about anything. Food, dozen restaurants.
Look what's happening.
You can swim. You do anything you want, and it's all-inclusive.
Okay,
I love that.
Quickly, we got to go to Vermont. Stowe, Vermont.
We're going to picture-perfect New England, covered bridges, storybook little town, a little bit of skiing, a little bit of maple liqueur. There's the Green Mountain Distillery that makes liqueur out of maple syrup. You've got 70+ miles of groomed ski trails, and it's so convenient. And I'm going to put you in a hotel that's 20 minutes drive from all the mountains.
Amazing, right there.
The Fairfield, the Marriott. Okay.
Okay, we can still go on trips. Mark.
Always.
Okay, Mark, we
I like
love
how he
you.
says, I'm going to put you.
I know.
I'm going to send you.
Mark takes us places we
I
want to
like
go.
it. I like it.
All right, we'll be back right after this.
I love how you frame it.
I know.
Coming up tomorrow from the new movie Lion King, Mufasa, Billy Eichner will be here.
Plus, Summer House star Paige DeSorbo, elevate your winter wardrobe.
We are going to see you Friday, right?
See you Friday. Bye.
Get shopping.
Oh, yeah.